Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all our distinguished guests. Welcome to the public speaking competition organized by English Language Department. My name is Nur Zahira binti Rahlin and I am truly honored to be your MC for today's exciting event. We are gathered here not just to witness the competition, but to celebrate the power of words, confidence, and the courage to speak up. Before we begin, allow me to extend a warm welcome to our honorable judges, respected teachers, and beloved students, and of course, our passionate participants. Today, you will witness some amazing talents from our contestants who will deliver their best speeches based on their given themes. Each speaker will be judged based on content, confidence, language, delivery, and time management. Each contestant will have 10 minutes to present their speech, followed by a short pause before the next speaker. Let's show our best support by giving each speaker our full attention. Please remain silent during speeches and switch your phones to silent mode. Your cooperation is highly appreciated to ensure a smooth and respectful atmosphere. Now, without further ado, let's begin. Let us welcome our first contestant, Muhammad Adam Akil from TESOL.
Thank you, Muhammad Adam Akil, for the inspiring and thought-provoking speech. Now, let's move on to the next contestant, Nurnisha Dafira, to deliver her speech.
Thank you, Nurnisha Dafira, for that inspiring and thought-provoking speech. Now I welcome Nur Farisha Ayumi to deliver her speech. The stage is yours.
Imagine this. You walk into your dream job interview and the employer doesn't even ask about your degree. But instead, they ask, what can you do? If you were in that situation, what would you say? Assalamualaikum and good morning. I am Farisha, and today, together, we are going to dive into a debate that has sparked discussions among educators, employees, and even your parents at the dinner table, which is education versus skills. What matters more in the 21st century? With the world evolving faster than your Wi-Fi when streaming in 4K, should we rely on the book smarts or do we need to level up with the real world skills? Let's take a step back and really think about it. What did education look like a few decades ago? Structured classroom, chalkboards, stacks of textbooks. For many, it was the golden ticket. And to be fair, it holds incredible value. First and foremost, let's consider the traditional perspective, which view education as the foundation of knowledge. For the longest time, education has been about memorizing facts, understanding theories, and also writing essays that rarely get revisited. The classic formula, get good grades, get a degree, and get a job, has guided generations. Well, it does make sense. You cannot just wing it as a doctor or an engineer. Why? Because expertise is essential. As Scalar 2018 states, education should focus on developing critical thinking and expertise, which are vital for navigating complex careers and contributing to a rapidly evolving society. Now imagine a situation where a pilot saying, I didn't study aviation, but I'm a fast learner. Would you be on that plane? Hard pass. That is not just risky, but that is also terrifying. But here is something to think about. Even in these traditionally education-heavy careers, things are changing. Doctors now need to learn how to communicate with patients who have Googled their symptoms. Engineers must work with international teams, and pilots rely heavily on fast-developing tech. So yes, education is essential, but it's also evolving. But is knowledge alone enough? Now that is a big question. Fast forward to today, and the game has changed. Skills have become the real cheat codes. Employees now seek candidates who can think on their feet, problem solve, and adapt. It's no longer about what you know, but also about how you use it. Creativity, teamwork, communication, and digital literacy are the new essentials, the things that AI cannot replace, at least yet. A study in 2017 argues that in today's digital age, knowing how to find and evaluate information is just as important as memorizing it. Think about it. In a job interview, having a degree is great, but if you lack communication skills or teamwork, now that is a problem. It's like having a phone with the latest features, but no battery. The potential is there, but it's not useful unless it works. A study on 2019 notes, acquiring 21st century skills is vital for success in both workplace and individual life, enabling individuals to adapt, innovate, and thrive. So, the real question is, why not both? Here's the twist. It's not and never education versus skills, but it's education and skills. Think of it like a burger. Education is the bun, the structure, but skills are the sauce, the cheese, and everything that makes it enjoyable. You wouldn't just eat the bun, would you? The best learning happens when knowledge and skills come together. Employees don't just want degrees, but they want people who can apply to their learning. Imagine a science class where instead of just memorizing formulas, you actually get to do experiment and analyze. And that is when education becomes real, exciting, and also useful. Take, for example, a student who excels in biology. That's great. But when they also know how to present their findings, work with others in a lab, and design their own experiments, now that is a game changer. Now, let's talk about technology, the ultimate game changer. We cannot just ignore the massive shifts brought by tech. According to Bong 2020, online learning platforms like MOOCs and OERs are reshaping education, making learning accessible and fostering lifelong growth. We live in an era where coding can be learned on YouTube, online courses are often free, and businesses can be launched from a bedroom. Literally. Digital literacy is not optional anymore. It is mandatory. With AI, automation, and metaverse on the rise, we cannot just rely on textbook and hope for the best. But we must harness technology thoughtfully, not merely as a source of entertainment, but as a powerful tool to enhance learning and equip students for real-world challenges. And let's be honest, how many of us have used YouTube to learn something faster than textbook could teach? Whether it is fixing a bike, editing a video, or understanding a math concept, we are learning all the time, but just differently. But how about soft skills? Now they are the underrated superpowers. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you lack communication skills, well, good luck. Employers value communication, empathy, and leadership. A study on 2012 emphasized that soft skills are essential for success in both personal and professional contexts, influencing how individuals interact and thrive. Think about it. If you had to choose between two teammates, one who is slightly less smart but great to work with, and with someone who is a genius but impossible to talk to, who would you pick? Exactly. Soft skills don't just come with certificates, but they are just as important. They are the difference between a good team and a great one, between a decent leader and an inspiring one. Now, let's acknowledge the real MVPs, which is the educators. Teachers have the toughest job, which is ensuring students don't just pass their exams, but also actually learn how to think. Schools need to shift from rote memorization to a real-world learning, which have more projects, more hands-on experience, and less copy-paste this definition and call it a day. A study on 2014 stressed that learning is about integrating meaningful activities, not just reciting definitions. And as students, we need to meet teachers halfway, because learning is not just about passing tests, but it's about preparing for life. Teachers are not just knowledge providers, but they are mentors, they are motivators, and sometimes the reason we discover what we love. So, which one wins? Education or skills? The answer is both. We need knowledge to understand the world and the skills to navigate it. It's like knowing how to drive versus knowing how to fix a car. You need both to keep moving forward. Education and skills are not and never rivals, but they need to be blended. The future is not waiting for us to catch up, but it's racing ahead. We are the ones who need to keep learning, keep adapting, and most importantly, stay ahead of the game. And remember, it's not and never about choosing between classroom or the real world, but it's about bridging the two. So we don't just learn for school, but for life. That's all from me. And remember, never stop learning, but also never stop leveling up. Thank you.
She's good accent. Very British looking.
Good accent.
Yeah, it's killing me.